Tomorrow marks 9 weeks until Election Day, with Labor Day kicking off the traditional final stretch of the campaign. Here in the Lone Star State, all eyes are on a very tight U.S. Senate race, and some are wondering whether the presidential race could also be close in Texas. Fox 7 Austin's John Krinjak has more tonight from the state capitol.
With the campaign set to enter the final 2 months, the Senate race between Ted Cruz and Colin Allred is really heating up. Meanwhile, as for the question of whether Texas could maybe turn blue in the presidential race, some political watchers say don't rule it out entirely.
Without Ted, the Sugar Bowl would have been sweeter. The Astros would have won the pennant. Texas Tech would have gone all the way.
Democratic challenger Colin Allred out with a new ad over the weekend suggesting Republican Senator Ted Cruz's presence at games is causing Texas teams to lose.
The Ted Cruz curse.
A smart approach by Allred?
At this stage, right, no, people aren't sick of it yet. And so there's a novelty factor.
Humor aside, some recent polls have suggested Allred is narrowing the gap in this hotly contested and very expensive race. One shows Cruz leading by just 2 points, though others show a wider margin.
And it is going to take every man and woman, every patriot in Texas standing up to defend our state.
This is the most important election of our lifetime, and we can't afford 6 more years of this.
ForumReport.com publisher Harvey Kronberg suggesting Allred could be benefiting from the so-called Kamala effect, where Democrats have seen a bump after Joe Biden exited the presidential race and VP Harris took over the top of the ticket.
I think we're closer than the polls reflect at this point. If voters are thinking about women's health and abortion on Election Day, Allred wins. If they're thinking about the border, I think that Cruz wins.
As for the presidential race itself, a recent poll of Texas voters by the University of Houston shows Donald Trump leading Kamala Harris by less than 5 points in our state, begging the question, could this be the year Texas turns blue?
I get poo-pooed every time I say this, but I do believe that this might be a tectonic moment.
Kronberg noting Trump only won Texas with 52% in 2020.
I think 52% is a legitimate ceiling to anticipate in this election. And if she stays with these kinds of numbers for another couple of weeks, and it will stop being a campaign and it'll become a movement.
So under a certain set of circumstances, Harris, you think, could be within striking distance of Trump?
I absolutely do.
And of course, there are all sorts of races for House and Senate seats here at the Texas Capitol that could be potentially impacted by the turnout in the presidential race. Reporting from the Texas Capitol, I'm John Krinjak, Fox 7 Austin News.